This here is Boom Studios' Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic, issue number 36. Issue number 35 was a backstory revealing how Heckle became the Dark Ranger. This issue is business as usual as we return to Beyond the Grid's main storyline, in the Void. And unfortunately, it's all over the place. The Power Rangers go to different worlds, teaching people how to build their own defences and to improve their own ships to protect themselves from the Praetor. That's all fine and dandy, they're helping those who can't protect themselves. I just don't like how we jumped from where we were 2 issues ago, with the Rangers outrunning the Praetor, to suddenly helping other worlds out with virtually nothing leading to this point. So, the previous battle saw the Praetor getting inside the Rangers' heads. That affected Andros, who's been having bad dreams since then. He thinks the Praetor is destroying worlds to put them out of their misery from the dying universe. We also learn that the Rangers who've lost their powers might not be thrilled with those who still have the ability to morph. I can understand why Rangers might not like the fact that they've lost their powers, but why would they resent the other Rangers from being able to morph? The powers are there to help people. Surely having a small group who are still able to morph is good. Resenting them does no good. It's not very Ranger-like. I have to say, Beyond the Grid sometimes makes me forget why the Rangers are even in this situation in the first place, because throughout the story there is very little mention of the battles between the Rangers and Drakon. It's only in scenes like this where people ask what they think happened to the other Rangers and Drakon do I remember that the grid was broken and these Rangers ended up in the Void. The poor writing continues as we then learn that the Solarix is glitching again. Things were going well in issue number 34. The Rangers were fully charged up, they were in control of their powers, and now suddenly they're running low. I'd have preferred actually seeing that depicted in the artwork. To just read a bit of dialogue and accept that's the case seems lazy and rushed, just to try and add some urgency to the story. It's not all bad though in this dark scenario and poor writing. There is a reference to Mia's bad cooking in Power Rangers Samurai, as the Rangers joke that the food will be edible, as Mia had the day off. Just a little light-hearted nod to the Samurai TV series. We next see the Rangers bonding with Ari and Remy, and these 2 pages are another example why I've not enjoyed the writing in Beyond the Grid. It's like these 2 characters need assurance from the Rangers that there's no hostility towards them. That's nice, but their differences were put aside a few issues ago. Why do we need to revisit that? We know Corona and Ari got off on the wrong foot when Ari drained Promethea of its power, and obviously Remy is Ari's partner. We don't need constant reminders that they started off on the wrong foot and require the Rangers to mollycoddle them. It's as if the story is being deliberately drawn out and making this feel like a space opera than the superhero series this was meant to be. Corone goes on to explain to Remy that she's from a different time period from Andros. She tells her that Andros was pulled from the time when Corone was still astronomer, so there's some positivity here as the 2 siblings are happy to have each other in the present. In Andros' time, astronomer was the Rangers' enemy, and in Corone's time, she's fighting alongside a different team of Rangers. Throughout Beyond the Grid, we've seen Tanya getting close to Mike. In this page, we finally see them kiss. In Shattered Grid, we saw Jason and Lauren fall for each other, and now we see another couple form from 2 different teams and time periods. This was a nice moment to see because there's happiness for these 2 in a miserable place. Although the mood is instantly ruined because we next see Mike in bed hearing screams from Leo. He says Lord Drakon is killing them. Either he's dreaming, or it means that the events in Shattered Grid are taking place at the same time as Beyond the Grid, due to time displacement. Whatever the reason, Mike wakes up and hears a knock on the door. When he opens it, he sees Tanya, who tells him that Corundum 5, the planet on the first page, has been destroyed. So then, was Leo's voice just a dream that Mike had, an interpretation of the death of Corundum 5? It's not clear, but we learn from Tanya that the Praetor didn't attack the planet. He attacked its star 100 million miles away, so it froze and destroyed the planet as a result. That goes to demonstrate just how much power the Praetor has. Although it does make me wonder, if he has this much power, why does he not destroy more stars to finish off other planets easier? Or has he been doing this all along? Anyway, we hear from Ari that the Solarix is completely drained, so she and Torona have devised a way to seek out more Morphin energy. If they get to a source of Morphin energy, the Solarix could be recharged, and in turn, charge up Promethea and the Ranger's Morphers once again. As Grace puts it, it all comes down to energy, doesn't it? Over and over. Yes, it does. That's one of the themes of Beyond the Grid, as it is becoming a bit repetitive. So anyway, the ship flies through the Ashen Nebula, where they come to a planet of Morphin energy. That was surprisingly quick, actually. I was expecting the search to be dragged out into another issue. I think ordinarily I would say that's a bit rushed, but considering how slow-paced this issue is going, I don't really mind. There's something going on though. Ari says the place feels familiar, and Tanya feels the same. In Ari's case, she feels the Solarix knows this place, but Tanya is feeling something different. She's vibrating in her bones, teeth and heartbeat. She's physically affected by the planet. Ari tells Remy she thinks this is where the Solarix is from, and Tanya realizes that this planet is made up entirely of Zeo crystals. That brings us to the end for now. The reveal at the end was definitely an interesting twist. So the Solarix may be from this planet, which is interesting because it was a few issues ago we learned that the Solarix was the physical manifestation of a broken piece of the Morphin grid. So how does that work? Did the Solarix break from the Morphin grid and ended up on this Zeo crystal planet, or what? It's also nice to see where the Zeo crystal in the original TV series came from. In the show, it was explained that the Zeo crystal was brought to the moon by a race from the M51 galaxy, although where the crystal originated from was unexplained. So did it come from this planet, in the Void? The power is from another universe? Well, time to move on now to Blue Centurion and Ninja. Last time, Centurion and Ninja defeated the Crybots and arrested Monsieur Muster. Muster is behind bars at the police station, and it looks like the Chief of Police is going to reprimand Blue Centurion. But then he says it's thanks to Centurion's stubborn idiocy that he cracked the case and resulted in the Chief getting a raise. As Blue Centurion leaves the station, he sees Ninja hanging around. Ninja returns a key to Centurion, so when he turns to the parking lot, he sees a fixed robo-racer standing up. That's Ninja's way of saying thanks and to congratulate Centurion on becoming a big shot cop. They say they make a good team, and the issue ends with them declaring themselves BFFs, best friends forever. I had a lot of negativity for this mini-story after the first issue in which it appeared. I'm actually pleased with the ending, as it was a happy end for Centurion and Ninja, and it was just funny to see them say they're BFFs. The series is set in the future, and they're still using that term. On the whole, this issue was mediocre. I found the first half really boring, and couldn't really see the point of it. The second half actually improved, so it turned things around nicely. The ending with the Zeo Crystal planet suddenly caught my interest, so I do want to find out more about it in the next issue. Maybe we'll learn more about the Zeo powers next time.